Adventure time. Here we go. Adventure time.
Hyman's trying to remember. What else did we put on our shopping list? Oh, what a mouth-watering smell. Paimon would know the aroma of biryani anywhere. Let's go get some. We can still add it to the list.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon. Wasn't expecting to see you here.
Hello there. Oh, it's been quite a while.
So you two are still hanging out together. Dia, didn't you say last time that you were gonna head back to the desert?
I said I was going to resign from being her bodyguard, not that our friendship was over. We're still the best of friends. The Holmayanis also still post jobs from time to time. Their pay is always generous, so me and the other mercs never pass them up.
I told Dia to just stay at our place when she took one of those jobs a few days ago. My parents were delighted. They even said that it always felt like we were missing someone whenever Dia wasn't around.
That sounds like something they would say, all right. They're always so welcoming. Anyway, the job is already taken care of, so I was gonna head back to the brigade as soon as I finished a little shopping. But the master kept insisting, and I ended up staying for another day.
You can stay for as many days as you want, Dia. Father hasn't even gotten around to treating you to his best dishes yet.
You know I'm not the kind of person to stay put in one place like that, my lady. Don't worry, though. There'll always be next time.
But she said they'll treat you to the best dishes. I can't believe you can still refuse that.
But wait. Didn't you say last time that you would take me on a trip to the desert? Why don't you just take me with you today, when you leave? There are so many places I still haven't visited yet.
I'm sorry, my lady, but no can do. There's still a few things I need to take care of back at the brigade. Besides, the desert hasn't exactly been the most peaceful place lately.
Oh, come on. Not this again. That's also what you said last time and the time before that.
I know, I'm sorry. Just give me some more time, and I promise I'll plan the best trip ever for you.
All right, fine. To be perfectly honest, it's not that I wanted to go, it's more like I feel like something is off about you lately. Ever since you first set foot on the estate a few days ago, you've been acting anxious and even paranoid. Have you been delaying our trip because you've run into some kind of trouble?
Nah, are you kidding? You're worrying too much.
Would you swear on that? Friends shouldn't lie to each other, you know. I wouldn't pry any further if you're willing to swear on what you just said. But if something really is bothering you, then just tell me. You know I'll help you however I can.
Oh, looks like Dunyarzad was onto something.
You're too perceptive, my lady. Seems I can't hide anything from you. I just thought that nothing good could come out of telling you about the messy happenings of mercenaries. Knowing too much only leads to more trouble. Mercenary life is a dog-eat-dog world where Mora reigns supreme. Everything operates on a completely different set of rules.
That doesn't change anything about what I just said, though. We're still friends, and I can only support you if I understand what's bothering you.
My lady, you're not gonna stop until you drag it out of me, are ya? All right, I'll share what I know. Let's go somewhere else first. This isn't exactly the best place for a discussion. Okay, let's talk here. Just try not to draw any extra attention. As you may already know, the Eremites have both a lot of mercenaries and a complex organizational structure. Many mercs are no different than me, just going around looking for jobs to earn some mora. My brigade is called the Blazing Beasts. We're not a large group, but every member is loyal and brave. However, not all Eremite brigades are like mine. Some are willing to cross all kinds of lines for the sake of mora. The most notorious is a faction known as Deshret's Relics.
Deshret's Relics? Judging from the name, they must really look up to...
Yep, you got it. I've heard that you've already crossed paths with Ain al-Akmar. They're one of the groups under the Relic's banner.
Oh, you mean the group that tried to sell us the Divine Knowledge Capsule? Yeah, they weren't friendly at all.
Deshret's Relics is composed of many smaller brigades like Ain al-Akmar. The Relic's headquarters issues orders to all brigades under his control. On any other day, I would want nothing to do with them. Unfortunately, though, the brigade that's stirring up trouble now is none other than Dakan al-Akmar.
Dakan?
I think it means beard or something. Believe me, it's a really stupid name. I found it insufferable for years. Anyway, the real issue is that Dakan al-Akmar is led by my father, Kusela.
Say what now?
I think I'm starting to understand your anxiety now. But what did they do?
I won't go into details, my lady, but they've been involved in a lot of violent incidents. We're talking hundreds.
Hundreds?
Yep. The scenes tend to be quite gruesome, too. They strip the victims of all their valuables before murdering them. Not only have they targeted merchant caravans and ordinary citizens, but other mercenary brigades as well.
That's beyond terrible. They won't even spare their own kind.
I don't know how Deshret's Relic sees it. All I do know is that Dakan al-Akmar has become more and more aggressive over the last few years. If I don't do something about them, then even my brigade or the people of Aru village could become their next target. I just wish I knew what's driven him to do this.
Yeah. How can your father do such terrible things?
I don't know. People change. He's always been pretty pathetic. But at least in the past, there were still a few lines that he wouldn't cross.
That's setting the bar pretty low.
I mean, if he was even remotely decent, then why would I have to leave the brigade and cut all ties with him? He was loud and foolish, with no real sense of purpose. Instead of doing anything useful, he spent most of his time drinking and chasing after women. Of course, the other brigade members were just like him. Their ruckus would go on night after night.
Sounds like a nightmare.
What about your mother? Did she ever step in to stop them?
Unfortunately, I never knew my mother.
I'm sorry, Dia. I didn't know.
It's all right, my lady. That's pretty common in mercenary circles. Didn't I mention that my father was chasing after women? I was the result of one of those encounters with some random person. He told me that he wasn't sure who my mother was. And in any case, she never came to see me. He'd say, "You'll be fine as long as you remember to stick with Dad." But even then, he left most of the parenting to the brigade. The one thing I do remember is that he used to tell me stories, but the problem was that he had terrible taste. He only knew a few stories, and even those tended to be pretty stale. They were tales of desert warriors defeating dragons in the forest, or stories of mercenaries rescuing princesses from rebel armies.
Sounds like your typical fairy tales.
More or less, yeah. They were interesting maybe the first or second time around, but after about 20 repeats, they started to get a little dull. He seemed to think those stories were the best things ever, though. He was so into them that he'd call the whole brigade over and make them perform the whole thing as a play. Even the toys he gave me would all be story props. I'd get helmets, shields, and toy swords. It was only much later when I realized that the shows were more for him than they ever were for me.
What an interesting guy.
Yeah, I've always found him pretty childish. That was something I could just shrug off. I had no reason to despise him, until I grew up and learned the true face of Deshret's relics for myself. Looting, blackmail, violence, and fraud. They not only accepted such heinous acts, they would even openly boast about them. No one in the brigade was any kind of hero. Instead, my father and his cronies were more like the bad guys that needed to be taken down. Did they really think that as long as they didn't do any of that stuff right in front of me, I would never know?
I think I can understand your feelings. The difference between perception and reality must have hit hard.
Yeah, but don't worry, my lady. It's all water under the bridge to me now. I had a huge argument with my father and left that place behind for good. I'm not investigating them due to any bitter feelings I still have towards my father. I just want to protect those that are close to me. Yeah, I told the boys to gather as much information as they could. Most of the reports concern violent incidents, but there's also some talk of smuggling.
I see. But isn't this investigation incredibly dangerous?
It is, but every mercenary lives life on the edge. It's a lifestyle that I enjoy.
That may be true, but it'll be impossible for those who care about you not to worry.
Well, now you get why I didn't want to share any of this with you.
What should we do? They both have valid concerns.
Huh? But there's no need for you to get caught up in this mess, too.
Well, she's super tough, so if she went into the desert with you, then Paimon bets the problem will be solved in no time.
I'm inclined to agree. I'd feel a lot more at ease if you took her along to help. I'll wait for news from you in the city until then. Please, stay safe.
I'm honored that you care so much for me, my lady. All right, then let's get moving. Our first stop will be Caravan Rebot, where we can catch up a bit with my fellow mercs.
Witness my magnificence! Let's go find some treasure.
Hey, Dia, you're back. Are these two friends of yours? Likewise. And there's no need to be so formal with us. We're a pretty casual crew. Anyway, since we've got newcomers, let me fill you in on what Dakan al-Ahmar has been up to lately. They've become extremely aggressive. Apparently, even their own now have become acceptable targets. They even attack other relics brigades, just the same as any other mercenary brigade.
Even the most ferocious beasts still protect their own. It sounds like they've thrown that straight to the wind.
That's right. Once they've collected enough loot off the other mercenaries, they sell it off to a different brigade, or turn to merchants on the black market. A portion of their profits is immediately exchanged for more food and weaponry to be used in their next violent operation.
That's terrible.
Yeah, and it really makes you wonder why they're so desperate for Mora. A few days ago, Isham and I trailed them for a while, and even disguised ourselves as merchants to conduct trade with them. We were able to learn a few things from the exchange. Rather than saying they're out to plunder and hoard Mora, it'd probably be more accurate to say that they're experiencing an internal power struggle.
Wait, a power struggle?
You heard me right. The vast majority of their victims are mercenaries from the other brigades of Deshret's relics. If their only goal is Mora, they could have gone after anybody. The targeted nature of their attacks points to a power struggle between the different brigades within the relics. That's the only plausible explanation we have. Unfortunately, we weren't able to find out anything more specific. It seems they're also trying to keep things under wraps. Oh, one last thing we discovered was that over the past few years, as Dakan al-Ahmar became more and more active, Deshret's relics as a whole became a lot weaker.
It sounds mighty strange to me too. Harun, you can leave the rest of the investigation to us. Gotta say though, I didn't expect you to go on a whole undercover mission during the few days I was gone. Sounds like you were really putting your necks on the line, no?
Nah, it was nothing. We're just as concerned about the situation as you are. The Khan al-Ahmar is your father's crew after all.
What he said. Besides, Dia, haven't you done more dangerous things than all of us combined? What we did is nothing compared to your experiences.
Yeah. And while they went to talk with Dakan al-Ahmar, I took a look at the last camp they attacked. Any survivors of the attack were already long gone. There was nothing of value left in the camp.
Ah, Hisham and Khalaf. You're here too.
We rushed over as soon as we saw you come into Caravan Rebot. Although this new friend of yours looks a little green behind the ears, I'm sensing a special vibe from her. Now that we know you'll have a capable partner with you, we can also rest easy.
Hey, what about Paimon? Feel anything special?
Oh, you're also planning to tag along with them?
Of course! Paimon is the traveler's most important guide. Wherever she goes, Paimon will follow.
Oh, in that case, then you'd better take care of her too, Dia.
Don't underestimate Paimon!
Don't worry about her. She may look tiny and helpless, but she's been through just as many battles as the traveler here. Even if she had only survived on sheer luck, then that alone would still make her quite formidable.
I had no idea. I guess I shouldn't judge by appearances.
Oh, one other thing, Dia. When you're free, why don't you update the deputy about your upcoming schedule? We held another recruitment event a few days ago, but everyone only came to see the Flame Main. You weren't around at the time, so people were pretty disappointed to only find our crew of rough, unkempt guys. The deputy put a lot of effort into the event, but it was basically for nothing. Only a few people chose to stay, and that really got to him.
Sorry to hear that. I'll be sure to bring him some great liquor next time. I left in a hurry and I couldn't make it back in time for the event.
Gotta admit, I can understand their disappointment, though. You're our brigade's main selling point, after all. Now, if only the deputy could figure out a way to bring a few more smoking hot members into our ranks.
Keep dreaming. Remember the last time I invited a couple gals into the brigade? You all just froze up with your mouths gaping like a bunch of scarecrows. The awkward silence and weird expressions left quite the impression on them. They were originally interested in joining us, but after that, they both told me they were too uncomfortable to stick around.
Hey, didn't we agree to never bring that up again?
Huh? Wait, are you serious? Why have I never heard about this?
I don't think you were part of the brigade yet.
Are you kidding me? I missed a once-in-a-lifetime moment like that, and you weren't even gonna tell me?
All right. We can tell you about it later. Now's not the time.
Hey, don't you try to change the subject. You and Hisham get your butts over here and tell me everything right now.
Are they always like this?
More or less. There aren't many rules or graces when it comes to mercenaries. We're used to just speaking our minds. If someone starts getting under your skin, you just yell right back at them. And if that doesn't put an end to it, then you just challenge them to a fight. But we also don't tend to take many things too seriously. Being direct and getting it all out of your system as soon as things come up is better than keeping everything bottled up, never talking about it. That's also why I never spare their feelings when I talk to them. If I want to laugh, I'll laugh. If I'm angry, then I'll unload on them. It's hard to stop once you get used to it. Though, I can never do that when I'm with the Homayanis. Hey, knuckleheads! Can you at least tell me the rest of the intel before you go back to your bickering?
Yeah, you hear her, Holof? Told you we gotta focus on the investigation first. I drew up a map. Right here's the spot. There you'll find the merchant caravan responsible for getting rid of Dakan al-Akhmar's looted goods. All you gotta do is wait and ambush them in the evening. They'll have no idea what hit them.
Perfect. Thanks for that. Be sure to pass my regards to everyone else in the brigade as well.
Will do. You stay safe, Dia.
Want a taste of my hammer?
This should be the place. Let's find a spot to hide and bide our time. It's gonna come down to a fight one way or another, so let's all be careful.
No need to worry. She knows her way around a fight.
I'm not worried about that. What I meant is that we probably shouldn't go too hard on the enemy. After all, we still need to get information out of them. Ah, here they come. You ready? Let's not give them a chance to react and end this quickly.
That's close enough. Feeling lucky today.
Let's light it up! Shine down! Off we go!
Wind strike!
Adventure time!
You're the Flame Bane.
Good. That saves me an introduction. All right, time for a little talk. Are you buddies with Dakana Lakmar now? Tell me, what are they after?
You know the code of being a mercenary just like everyone else. The first rule is to never divulge key information about our employer. What makes you think I'd talk?
That might have worked on an amateur, but I know you're just looking to protect your reputation. Think about it, though. What's your reputation worth if you won't have the other tools you need to succeed in this line of work? Tools like, I don't know, your limbs or eyes? You've got 5 seconds. You might want to think twice about how much your employer's information is worth to you.
Whoa!
I'm not joking around. We can do this the easy way or the painful way. 2 seconds!
I'll save you the trouble.
Huh? Are you crazy? He tried to bite off his own tongue. Quick, search the area for any first aid supplies. I definitely didn't expect him to go that far. Thankfully, the wound wasn't too deep, and he just passed out from the pain.
But why would he be so extreme?
I just wanted to test his mettle. You can get a lot of mercenaries to talk just by threatening them. I didn't expect him to be willing to go through so much pain just to deny us some intel.
Well, he's out cold for now. We could wait for him to wake up, but maybe it's not a good idea to interrogate him any further. What should we do?
Yeah, don't worry about it. It'll be a waste of time to interrogate him again after that. He might just hurt himself again if we start asking. There are lots of goods around here. Let's search the area. Maybe we'll be able to find something. I'm really sorry.
We found a piece of paper with a bunch of names on it. Maybe it's a record of something.
Let me take a look. If this really is a merchant caravan, they should have a record of their transactions. Yep. I see an entry for Dakana Lakmar right here. Kusela, Idrisi, Bashar, and Takriti. All familiar names. Dakan al-Akmar has been trading for a hefty supply of food, weapons, and medicine. It seems that in the past, they used to receive some canned knowledge as well. This caravan is just one link in their logistics chain. Once in the rainforest, the caravan will exchange the looted goods for Mora, and the funds will then be passed to a specific person. That person will then pack the caravan full of necessary goods, which will then be brought right back to Dakan al-Akmar. Wait, why is there no Mora value recorded for the final transaction?
No value?
Hi,
Yeah.
Nee. How are
Every
you
transaction
doing?
before the last one was marked with an exact amount of Mora, but the final one, where they paid for everything to be brought back to the desert, was simply marked as delivered. Perhaps. But they couldn't have known how much they would make off selling the loot. Do they not care about profit margins at all? Anyway, the next part's the records of the goods themselves. There are a lot of entries. Everything was probably sourced from the rainforest. Huh?
What's wrong?
Shazamon Homayani?
Homoyani? You mean Dunyarzad's family? Could it just be another
Oh,
family
that's so
with the
sweet
same
of
last
you.
name?
You are on a
I'd be
break, as
surprised to
in,
find someone with the exact
is
same
it your
first and
lunch
last
break?
name. Shazamon Homayani is Dunyarzad's
Or
father,
did you
and the head of the
get done with your
Homayani
school for
family.
today?
Just what the heck is going
I
on
took in
here?
casual leave for today, so I decided to
I'm
stream in the
sorry.
morning
You're
itself.
right. I'll consider what we found and not jump to conclusions just yet. But what this piece of paper confirms is that the Homayani family has been providing goods to Dakan al-Akmar.
What if
Oh,
the
okay,
Homoyanis
okay.
have been
Half
kept
an
in
hour
the
break.
dark
Awesome.
and don't know they've
This
been
is
trading with Dakan al-Akmar?
in my time when I
That's a
was in school.
possibility. But if that was the
Well, half
case,
of us didn't
why is
have a
this caravan
smartphone,
specifically named
but
Shazamon as the
they were
person of
also not allowed
contact?
in
They could
school.
have just as easily bought goods
So
such as food and
I'm
medicine
I'm
directly from Caravan Rebot or Port
surprised that you
Lomos.
guys can use your phones and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
they'd be
anyway,
funding
good
violence
for
and
me,
looting.
as you came in
The
to say
brigade gets
hi,
the
and it's
goods,
been long
and
since
he
I
is paid the
talked to you.
proceeds from the sale of the loot.
But
Did you get
why
back your
would we do
exam
something
results?
like this? It's not like the Homoyanis are in need of money.
I honestly have no idea. I've been to their estate many times, and I've never
Oh,
noticed
it's an
anything
online
suspicious.
school. That makes more
The only
sense. Okay,
potentially
okay,
large
okay. Cool.
expenditure I could think of would be
I
the
hope you are
treatment costs
enjoying
for
your break
Dunyarzad's
then.
Elazar. Maybe they borrowed a lot of Mora in the past, but that's still
You
just a
flopped math?
speculation. I
Oh,
don't think the
math was
magistrates
not
stooped
my
so low
favorite
to make
subject in
Mora.
school. I feel for you.
You're probably
I used
right.
to flop a lot
I
in
know my
math.
lady's
But don't
personality,
worry,
and she
it's
wouldn't
okay.
deliberately keep something like this from us.
But what
Study
should we
harder
do
next time.
now?
I mean,
All we found is
you
just
can
another
not
mystery.
pick math
Hmm,
in maybe your
if you ask me,
higher
we already
studies,
had
but
no choice but to
for
confront our
now you'll have to
purpose.
still pass the
I'm not
subject,
worried.
right?
It's too early to make a
So I
verdict
hope you
yet.
do well.
I still have faith in the Homayanis.
How
Let's go
about the
find my
other
lady
subjects?
again.
Okay, let
We'll
me
tell her
ask you this.
everything
What is
and see
your,
if she's willing to lend us her support.
did you get good marks in your favorite subject? I
If
think
we're
that's what
lucky,
I care
we
about.
can not only figure out the mystery of this paper, but also follow the trail of breadcrumbs to the people responsible at Dakan
Oh
al-Akmar.
no, exam
Dia,
stress is like a
are you
different
sure
ball
this
game. I
is
totally feel you.
What if instead of getting the
I
help we
totally
need,
feel you.
we
That
just end up
sucks.
revealing everything we've
I
discovered to
hope,
the
uh,
enemy?
I hope next
I've
time
considered that
you sort
possibility,
of
but even still, I want to tell her
breathe
what we
in, breathe
found.
out before
I
you
think I
start
owe
your
her that
exam,
much.
and
True
sort of
friendship is built on
let the
trust.
stress go,
She
because
showed genuine concern for me when we first brought up the
at the end of the
topic.
day, you are
I
going to
can't
get
repay
what
her
you're going to get,
kindness
right?
with doubt and
So if you've
suspicion.
studied so hard,
That's not how
then
I deal with people.
at the end, it
Right.
feels not so
We know
nice
we're
when
to
you
trust
don't
Dunyarzad
get
too.
good results. But
Yeah.
hey,
Let's pay
we
another
all
visit to
fail,
Sumeru City.
and we all learn to do well. So don't even worry about it. Just keep doing your best. You got good marks in English. Nice. English was my favorite too. I used to get really good marks in that. I'm finally planning my book. Life is going to good. That's awesome. As I said before, you better You better make me read it when you finish. I'm so excited for it.
We're back, my lady.
Oh, you're back a lot sooner than I expected. You mustn't have run into any trouble then.
Yeah, Raiden is doing good. I still have C0 and I decided not to pull anymore because I want to save some primos for Nahida.
It's just that we've discovered something strange.
But yes, I've gotten her to level 90 now, almost.
Back here,
And
something like
just
that.
waiting to get a little bit more Mora because I'm broke.
Whatever you found must not have been very encouraging after all.
You are growing quite fast on YouTube. Well, thank you so much. I mean,
Say something to cheer you up.
kind people like you keep
okay,
coming
my lady.
back and they
It's not so
support
much
me,
about
and
me being
and
upset
I
with
think
my
that's
father or
what's
anything
happening.
like that.
People see them and then they
How
come
should I put
to my
this?
channel, check it out.
So something is wrong.
I got myself a lot of Indian
Uncharacteristically
fans who like the game, and they mostly come to my live streams when I do them in the evening. So yeah, channel's been growing. I'm happy. Just want to hit 100, first 100. Let's see how it goes.
Please prepare yourself for what we're going to tell you next. It concerns the master.
Haha, promise you won't. Of course, why will I forget you? You're like probably my the first 20th or 30th follower, I think.
I'll listen as attentively as I
Of
can.
course, and I'm not intending to get huge. Let's see if that happens, it happens. But I love playing games, and right now I don't have any plan for this YouTube channel to grow big. I'm putting like probably 50% of my effort into it. Let's see. If I start getting results, then I might just work harder.
Maybe he's not actually aware
Oh,
of the
nay,
story.
I'm your biggest fan too. The moment you're going to, publish your book, I'm going to be the first one to buy it and read it. Krish Parate, hi, how are you? Welcome back. Are you done with Aranara? Nay, bhai. No. I will never be done with Aranara.
I've been harboring for quite a while. In the past, I thought that my father hired a bodyguard for me so that I wouldn't run away and get lost. However, there are plenty of capable mercenaries in the Corps of 30. Why did my father go out of his way to hire Dia?
About that. Well, the Homiyanis really needed bodyguards.
3 days only it
They
took.
reached out to the Blazing Beasts.
Well, for me it's taking 7 months.
Told me that I was one of the best mercenaries he'd ever
I get
seen,
stuck in that
and
Vimana
stick around
wala
and become one of
quest.
his
It doesn't, I
Love
don't
being a
understand
part of Mora, so
what I have to
just
do there.
signed on.
But yes, yesterday I was trying to figure it out. Let's see. Today I'll try to finish it offline.
Just think about it.
I'm not confirmed is it done or not. I think it is not done. You should go and check because that quest keeps going on and on and on. It will last your entire lifetimes.
I've never given it too much thought. I think I get what you're saying. You think none of this was a coincidence.
Precisely. At first glance, nothing.
Hey, Nay, before your break finishes,
but there are many parts.
Can I have your Discord, Nari? It's the same name. Right, search for Ninja Nari on Discord and you will find me. Or you just write down your Discord or somewhere and then I will find you as well. Nay, before you go off from your break, I know you're on a short timeline. Thank you so much for joining, honey.
He has no control over my
Krish says, is your old Aranara unlocked? I unlocked to hai, like I did a lot of Aranara quest, no? I finished a lot of it, like I think I'm at like 50-60% right now, but there is this one quest which I think it is called something like Vimana Agent or something like that.
It's okay, Paimon. I should actually
And there I'm stuck. I'll have to watch a YouTube video now.
If my father has truly been funding a violent
Nay says, no, I actually have 24 more minutes. Wow, you joined me right after you got the break. That's nice. That's awesome. Then you enjoy.
My father has committed many atrocities and deserves all the punishment that he has coming to him. I have zero sympathy for
Krish, तो कैसे? So how did Aranara finish? Aranara to start, मतलब you not even reached halfway. I think you should finish the quest first and then you should tell me how to do the quest.
If we decide to investigate this further, we could end up implicating the entire Homayani family. I would be biting the hand that's fed me over all these years.
Tia.
It's alright, Dia. If anyone were to ask, you could always just say that I'm the one who instructed you to get to the bottom of this.
You don't have to do that, my lady. I'm not conflicted because I'm afraid of taking responsibility. Besides, you're the one we should all be worried about right now.
Hey, it's still too early to give up hope.
I'm telling you, there is no end to this quest. You've fussled in the... what do you call it? It is a circle. This quest is a circle. It starts somewhere, it ends... Like, I don't even remember where it started now.
Thank you, everyone. That makes a lot of sense.
Yesterday evening, I did a co-op with Kuldeep also. I think you met him in the chat only.
In which case, my lady,
both him and I couldn't figure out. And then he sort of...
Sure thing.
तो मतलब उसके बाद हम दोनों को नींद आ गई थी तो we were like we'll see YouTube video and finish it afterwards.
Let's meet at the usual place then.
Usual place? Ah, right.
I'm doing Deya's story quest. Primos इकट्ठा करने हैं नहीदा से पहले. So उसी के लिए quest शेस्ट कर रही हूँ.
Thank you for coming, sir. Please allow me to introduce these two. This is the traveler, and next to her is her travel companion, Paimon.
Ah, yes, my daughter has mentioned them from time to time. It's a privilege to finally meet them in person.
Man, all the best. If you get C2 Raiden, that's great. You all the best, man. I mean,
you wish to discuss with me today?
I hope ऊपर वाला तुम्हारे साथ हो. Because I couldn't get my C2 Raiden this time. I think I'll try next time. Sad, but all the best, yeah.
So that's what you found.
It's a guaranteed though. Oh, actually, it's a C2 guaranteed 60 PT. Okay. That's nice. All the best, yeah. Then to let's celebrate.
Well, it's a long and difficult story. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing. What I do know, though, Dia, is that the truth will bring you no solace. If anything, it will likely cause you a great amount of anguish.
Wait, me?
Yes.
Man, I lost my 250-50 as well.
I am touched by your
but then got Raiden for the first time after that, so I might have to... That would just cost me so many Primo Gems more to actually get her to C2. So I've decided to quit for this time. Nay, what are you saying? It says your user isn't right. I must send you mine. Okay, done. You should do that. I will add you up the moment I finish my live stream. Chris says lost 50-50 for a second time. हाँ इसका तो आंसर दे दिया मैंने इस बैनर में. Oh man. हाँ इसी बैनर में मैंने 2 बार 50-50 लूज किया. थर्ड टाइम में मेरे को राइडन मिली थी. तो unfortunately I don't want to try to for constellations. Okay, Nay, I got your ID. I'm gonna send you a request the moment I finish my live stream. Krish, but congratulations, man. I mean, C2 Raiden was a dream for me. Hope किसी को तो मिला यार. मैं खुश है आपके लिए. Okay, here you can save it or write it. Yes, I have copied it and I've saved it. Thank you so much, Nay.
Along the way, we were attacked by bandits. They had superior numbers and quickly overpowered our bodyguards. When all seemed lost, a group of passerby Eremites lent us their support. Those Eremites were Kusela's brigade, Dekan al-Ahmar.
Ah, Nay, you told me you got Kinech. That's congratulations. This time I'm thinking, I mean, apart from like a very few of us unfortunate people, a lot of people actually got what they wanted from both the banners actually. Like I'm seeing a lot of videos and people are happy, so yay. It's so hard to build that side. I mean,
Really? I never knew.
He's a awesome character. I really like his animations and his burst animations, all of it. So I'm guessing he would be one of the hardest ones to build. Tell me if you need my help to co-op. Now my characters are decent enough, so they can put up a little bit of fight and make your life a little bit easy. So if you want me to do a co-op for you to collect his things faster, please do let me know. Gameplay is good, yeah. Gameplay is pretty awesome with him. I quite like. I don't know why people don't like Ajo. Aho? Aho is his name, right? And but I quite find him enduring. He's a little bit annoying sometimes, but he's pretty chill.
He was perfectly fine when I left the brigade.
It took me forever. You're saying you've already built Kinech. That's awesome. At first, when Raiden banner came, I saved purple for Raiden. I was having 30 pulls and was on 37 video for getting Kaju Katli. Oh man. Krish, that just means हर कुत्ते का दिन आता है ना कहा गया. Nee, acha, you're on a different server. Okay, that's fair. I'm on Asia server. I think you're on Europe. He wants Kinish dead. Krish wants Kinish dead? Well. Oh, Aho wants Kinish dead. That's right. I remember now. He's funny though. You need to have a best friend who wants you dead. That's the whole point of a friendship, I suppose. Krish says, sorry, but I don't like Kinich. Bye. What can I say? Different people, different liking. I'm gonna make a Asia account just to play with you. Yes, but I'll start doing the holidays when I can. Okay. But wouldn't it be difficult to like just handle two accounts, and it's gonna take forever then for you, no? That's going to be hard. If you can, then great for me. I love playing with you. Then Chris says, then lost on Daya on Sep 47 BT and then got till 27 BT and got Raiden on 34. Wow. What can I say? That is wonderful.
I could never refuse him entrusting his daughter to me.
He was always like that, acting like he's oh so smart and self-righteous.
I mean, I'll play on my... How can you play on your main account in another server? Is that possible? I didn't know.
He'd always sent me funds anyway. Eventually, I just accepted them as a token of his gratitude. And that went on for a while until I received another letter from him a few years ago. The letter contained a request.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. Fair enough. Yes, please. Then whenever your holidays start, make an account and let me know your UID. I will add you. Of course. Why would you do it otherwise? Even maintaining one account is so hard. Krish is still continuing with his lucky spell. He says then after 2 pulls that pure golden one animation. When we went 50-50, that came and that's how I got C1 right on 3 PT after getting Raiden. So in like 6 weeks. Okay. Got it. इतने सब कुछ याद कैसे रहता है भाई तुम लोगों को? I don't even remember what I got in last 10 pulls. Except for one pull I remember I got Raiden in that. So like in 6 weeks, gotta concentrate on school. Of course, school is going to finish soon. You're going to pass out. And then all fun can be had later. This is my first lucky pull. Array, you are like an expert in lucky pulls by now. So I think you are a veteran at lucky pulls. May you have more and more lucky pulls. I plugged my ears to the rumors and just chose a solution that made me. Plus, wanna play the story quests again? Archon quest. Nay, I don't have.
If you can, please tell me
you'll make a new account and play Archon quest again. Wow. That's gonna take up a lot of your time. Your friend has 3 accounts. Oh my god, it's so hard for me to maintain a single account. 3 accounts people have. Chris says, you know what? What, brother? I don't know
Just
anything. You
angry
tell
because I
me.
can't wrap my
I
head
got
around
3
any of
5-star
these
in standard
actions.
banner in 10 pulls. Bas yaar. Bas. Enough.
Another way? I
How
don't
more?
know.
Leave
I
some
knew
luck
him,
for
and
us
he was
also, no?
nothing more than a childish brute. I can't understand what's going through his head. But I guess you do have a point. We haven't uncovered the whole truth yet. We still need to figure out his exact actions and reasoning for these last
3
few years.
accounts and
I'll
that
do
high
my
AR
best to help.
levels. Oh my
Of course,
god.
anything between the two of you would need
Nay,
to be resolved
your
between
friend,
you
I
and
think you
him
should
alone.
take your friend
I don't know
out for
Kusela's
like,
exact
you know,
whereabouts. Outside of supplying
you
his
should like
brigade with some
make
goods,
her go
I
outside
tried my
and,
best to avoid getting
hang out with
involved any
people
further with him.
because with 3
However,
accounts,
there's a
I'm
man on the
guessing she's
list
an
named John Red.
introvert.
He used to be a mercenary in the desert and is
Chris
now a
says, yes,
member of
yes,
the
you have my
Core
luck.
30.
Of course, thank you, brother.
He's
I
responsible
hope
for
your luck stays
supplying
with me
weapons and
when I'm
liaising
pulling
with
for
the
Nahida.
Takan al-Akhmar's merchant caravan. I think he should know Kusela's whereabouts.
Nay
I've
says,
heard
Krish, when I'm
he likes to
wishing
have
for
a
a
few
character I
drinks
want, you
alone
better
and
chant
enjoy
for
the
me.
cool
Yeah,
breeze at
I
night
think
outside the
Chris
tavern.
should be like,
Maybe you'll be able to find him there.
he should be like a
Understood.
temple
Thank you,
priest, a
sir.
rabbi or something.
Then
he
guess
should
it's
pray
bye
for all of
now,
us when we are pulling our
unless...
banners.
I'll stay and be with my father here.
She needs to
To be
touch grass.
honest,
I
I'm
swear.
still a
I
little
think your
dazed.
friend needs a little
Haven't
bit of
finished
outing.
processing everything quite
3
yet.
accounts at
My father has indeed done
those high
something
AR
wrong, but
levels. Oh my
if I
god, this
think
person
about
is not
it,
getting the
I'm
sunlight.
also not sure if there was a right way to handle this problem. I feel like
Chris says I
our
just
only course of
came from
action is to
Genshin
turn
God
everything
scenario.
we know over to the
Hey
Core
Chris,
30
stop
and
yeah.
have them render
How
judgment.
bad will you make me feel now? I
am
think either you are a
prepared to
whale,
accept
you
whatever
are not
the
an
next
F2P
they
account,
choose. It's time to face my mistakes.
because you need to have that many primogems to pull also so much, no? Nay says my friend, but she's good at school. I guess she's winning well. That's true. That's true. I mean, if you do well in school, I think when you're in school, that's what matters. You know, you need to do well, so you can get the opportunities later on in your life. I think school life, education matters a lot, no matter what anybody says. What's happening? There he is. Chris, क्या कह रहे हैं आप? No, he didn't need Fremont Standard, the blue one. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Sorry. फिर भी यार, you do a lot of pulls, no? When I really want a character, I lose my 50-50, so I'm guaranteed who I want. Nay. Again, I get all these lucky people on my live stream. I think I'm not playing the game right. Or I have to like do a little bit of chanting or meditation before I start my pulls.
Alright, back to my question.
From 1.5 months, I was doing pulls.
Don't worry about
Oh wow.
that for now. You know what kind of punishment
Do
I'll
you
face
know
if
how
it's
to craft
reported to
condensed
the
resin?
Corps, I
Yes.
assume.
Oh, I just found out. Oh no, you just found out.
Let's talk this out. What are you
Oh
telling me?
no. I think I found out about it pretty late also. मेरे को नहीं पता. Like I didn't know.
So what's in it for you anyway, Mora?
And then
Well,
obviously, like
was
I
a little
said,
tight on money
a
at the
lot of
time.
people,
I
nice
see
people
what you've
come to
been
my
giving
live
me in
stream
the
and they tell
past.
me stuff,
I
which I
waited
go
in my
back and check
lane,
on the
and I
game and
couldn't
I'm
find
like,
a reason to
oh, I
turn the
was so
opportunity
stupid
down.
that I was
I
not
wouldn't only
using
help you out,
this
benefactor.
for the last one
I
and a
could
half
also make
years.
some quick Mora.
Like, for example, I'll tell you something
Let me tell
embarrassing
you
I
how
found
it
out
is.
quite
We're
recently, in
investigating
fact.
Takan al-Akhmar.
Whenever I used to
We're
get
gonna
like
put an
this lame
end to their
artifacts,
operations.
I used to sort of use
They
them,
provide some gold
however
for us,
higher level
and we
they are, I
might
used to
just
use
put in
them
a
to
good word
convert,
later to reduce the terms of
level
their
up other
punishment.
artifacts. Very recently,
Why don't we
like
discuss
about
this
two,
a
three
little
months ago, I
first?
found out that you can
Listen,
actually
I made quite a bit of
sort
Mora
of
from my
use
last
one
run.
artifact
Just give
to
me a
change it
number.
into another
Surely
one.
we can.
Another character needs
Shit.
probably. And yeah.
My patience is running out.
When I
You
found
should
out, I
know when
was
a
like,
mercenary
I
is
should have
after
known
something other
this.
than money.
It was right in front of me.
All right, sheesh. But you gotta promise you'll put in some nice words for me later. They're always on the move. Here's the spot they were at the last time I made
I
a
had to build
delivery to the
your
desert.
reputation. Yes.
Feel free to
Yes.
go have a look. I'm just telling you though,
Krish
it's
का
not on me
अलग
if they're not
conversation
there.
चल रहा है हाँ? How to craft.
Sure.
Wait.
And then
Where are
you
you?
can forget about any nice words from us.
Hey, come on. Now you're just being unreasonable.
Lenovo C2 is not coming
Really?
until 75
And how do
76
I
PT.
know you're not leading
Each
us
one of my
straight into
character
a
I get them
trap?
at 75 soft
Don't
PT.
forget,
Wow.
you're the one with no bargaining chips.
Okay. You are
Right,
two
I get it.
somewhat
Why don't you
similar
go take a
sort
look,
of
and if they're not there anymore, I'll try to figure out something else
banner
for you.
pulls you both of you are getting.
Now that's more like it. Let's move. And as for you, try to stick around the city until we get back. You don't want us to call the folks from the Corps and have them drag you back to the city.
It's so hard shopping for books because most of them have romance subplot and I'm still 13. So my mom said when I'm 14, 15, it's not bad. It's okay. I mean, of course, she's trying to protect you. It's unnecessary to be reading things like this at that age, no? I mean, when you grow up, you get to read a lot more better stuff, intelligent stuff, and also a lot of lame stuff also out there. So I think your mom just wants you to have that maturity first before you can clearly know what you want and what you dislike. Maybe. I think that's what she's thinking. There isn't any nudity though, but some suggestive stuff, so I get it. Yeah, that's what. I think since now my age is 34, right? So if I like look back, a lot of today's stuff, I think you need to really know what to pick, or it just becomes like the mundane nonsense people sell for money and like commercializing everything, a lot of suggestive nudity, things like that, like you were saying, right? So it's better to sort of have a clarity about what kind of things you want to put in your head.
We go.
You're saying glad my kids my age are so messed up and I'm not. Yeah, that's what matters at the end of the day, honestly. I mean, on a lighter note, you've got all your life to get messed up, and it should really be your choice or not. And you're still growing, and it's time now. I think right now people, if at that age, I think you all should enjoy your childhood, your teenage years, and have fun with friends and do well in your studies. I think when you keep growing up, the fun keeps happening.
Why are you here?
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Let's get it on. Haven't you all done enough?
So are you also here to stop us?
Stay out of this. It's got nothing to do with you.
Let's light it up. Shine down.
Time to go.
Adventure time. There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal. They're dead meat.
Enough fighting.
Now, where was I?
And I don't want to take things too far. Just bring
What
Kusela
he
to
was
me.
saying.
There's no use hiding him anymore.
Chris says, are you done with the event on Paimon's camera? Yes, I
Do you
have. I just
understand
finished
a
it before I
single
started
word
my
I
live
just
stream
said?
today.
Or do I need to bash your skull in some more?
Yes, web event. Yeah, it's keep. I think did they add more stuff to it? I finished it like a day back, but it's still giving me the notification. I'll have to go and check. Nay says no, didn't participate. One guy said my guy friend a haram pic.
Seems like you've been
My
out of the loop
girlfriend
for a
was
while.
traumatized.
Guess that's
And
for the
when the guy
best,
who sent it to
though.
my girlfriend
At
with
least
several
that's what
scenes.
the old man wanted.
Oh no,
When
that
did
is
he die?
sad.
What happened to him?
A few years ago,
Oh
Kusela
no.
broke up Dakan
So sorry that it happened to
and went
your.
to the Deshret's Relics headquarters by
It
himself.
happened to you, Nay. It's
So is
good.
that when you guys started acting up?
No need to entertain such people. Just go to
We
go
would prefer to
complain.
call it taking
Tell your
revenge. Every last person in
somebody
Deshret's relics must pay in
like
blood for what
authority
they
figure in your
did.
school or like your parents. Let them deal with it. This is not the way to talk to
Let me
behave with a
start from the
woman.
beginning.
Krish, he says you should know.
Do you know how
You
the
should
head
use
of the
Renner
relics
after Kaju's
maintained
and Benny's
order
burst, and
internally?
that too on the perfect timeline.
Overwhelming strength and
Use Farina's skin and then
unquestionable
Kaju
authority?
burst and Benny.
Those were
Yes.
yes.
Yes, I think I
Just
used
those on
this.
their own weren't
I
enough.
did the proper
They
rotation
had
one of
another
these
tool
times
at their
and damage
disposal.
was a lot.
They called it a
I
person's
think I just
record.
need to remember this. Thank you for
Regardless
saying.
of whether
मैं
they
ये copy
joined by
paste
their
कर रही
own
हूँ.
will or were
I need to
coerced.
remember this.
Every person in Deshret's relics was
Nay says,
forced to
yeah,
leave a
poor guy
record
started
of
freaking out
themselves at
after he saw and had
headquarters.
to listen to drama.
Whether it be their
No,
deepest
no
sin,
shit. No
some
listening to
unforgivable
anybody
act,
else's drama.
or the
It's
most
somebody
immoral
does wrong,
exploit,
it's wrong.
the record served both as a
You
symbol
can
of
forgive a
that's
person maybe
precisely
one
it.
time, but if it keeps
Every one of
happening,
us had
then
a
you
record.
know what you need to
Me,
do.
Bashar, Tikriti, and all the boys who grew up with Dia and ended up joining our ranks. But you, Dia, you were never asked to provide a record, were you?
I never even knew this was a requirement.
You were probably the only person in all of Deshret's relics who didn't know about it.
Ever since you were born, Boss had been trying to shield you from this organization's
My highest damage dealt by my Raiden was 95k. Yes, that is quite possible. I think, yeah, I know that I don't do my rotations well, so that's why I'm getting by with like,
But in the end,
you know,
he
their
was just an
minimums.
ordinary person. What could he do? He was forced to
Nay
go to
says,
headquarters
no, I mean the
again
guy
and
was
again to
in
account
good
for
the other
missed
guys.
dues and incomplete records.
Oh,
He'd come up with all
okay.
kinds of
Got
excuses
it.
and get beaten up as a
Anyway,
result.
good
We
that
all
you
knew
took
he
an
was doing
action.
that for you.
And
He wanted to get you out of this world, no matter what it took.
I understand.
And that's why he became a shell of himself and
Of course.
couldn't walk without a cane.
You have to stand by your friends, right?
Wait, but that doesn't make any sense. I didn't know about any of this, and I'd never seen him get injured or beaten.
Because you were too young at the time. How would you ever tell between wounds from a beating and wounds from battle? When you left home after that final argument with him, he seemed to age by a decade overnight. Even his hair went gray.
So, even the blazing beasts were...
Yep. It was all his doing. Had he not arranged them to come to you, you probably would have been reduced to a pulp before you ever left the desert.
A few years ago, Boss said he needed to make another trip to headquarters. He was already pretty weak then, and we all assumed he was going to get beaten.
Yeah, C2 Raiden, I can believe can give
suggested
that
he
much
hand
damage, yeah.
leadership over to me.
I think
But he said
it's
there was no
pretty...
longer any need.
That is
Since
totally
the Khan
believable.
Al-Ahmar would soon be no more. His words made no sense to me. But that
Nay.
night, we heard
I
that a massive
really sucks
fire
for
tore
your
through
friend.
headquarters
I'm
and
so
razed
sorry that he had to
everyone's
go through
records
this.
to ash.
And
Everyone
good that
gained
you
their
stood
freedom
by
that
him
night.
and
Many members
cancelled
fled,
that guy.
not just
Hi
from our
Kuldeep,
ranks,
hello.
but from the other brigades as well.
Welcome. I know it's a bit early in the
But how
day.
could we leave with a clear
Thank you for
conscience?
joining at 2
All
o'clock
of us
in the
who knew
afternoon.
exactly what had happened.
आज थोड़ा सोचा
Boss
जल्दी
can't have
स्टार्ट कर
just
दूं अपना
died for
स्ट्रीमिंग.
nothing. Those heartless jerks at headquarters took him from us.
From that point on, the sole purpose of the Khan Al-Ahmar became revenge. The big fire that Boss started was quite a blow to headquarters' strength. It's given us the opportunity
Good
to
that your
launch our
best friend is
attack.
fine. I'm glad.
Even though we're outnumbered, we vowed to see our
Good,
revenge
good.
through to the very end.
Krish, अभी कोई टाइम होता सोने का? I will continue. Thank you so much for joining. आज छुट्टी है क्या, brother? कैसे सो रहे हो आप 2 बजे को?
They'll all pay for what they've done.
We've suffered plenty of losses as well. To keep going, we need an enormous amount of supplies. From food and
Arey, good
medicine to
life, Krish,
weaponry
good
and
life.
explosives.
Enjoy your sleep.
All we can do is
I'll see you
exchange our
later.
loot from Mora, and then use that to get supplies. We forged Boss's handwriting and sent out many letters to his former friends.
Oh, what a timing. Nay's break is also okay, Nay. Thank you so much for joining. I mean, giving a break time to me. I appreciate talking to you as always. Have fun. Do well. Yes, I will talk to you on Discord.
And now,
Bye bye.
we finally have an opportunity to directly strike their headquarters.
Paimon doesn't know what to say anymore.
We do know right from wrong, but we were sinners from the very beginning. We do not deserve the freedom that the boss won for us with his life. Boss always loved his old-fashioned hero stories.
Love you too.
Those
Bye bye.
tales
I'll
about
see you. I'll talk to you soon.
yourself to save the world. We used to always laugh at him for it, but in the end, he really went and lived those
Krish,
stories out himself.
I'm very jealous of your sleep
I
timings.
never considered myself a hero. We're all the
बहुत अच्छा
lowest
sleep
of the low.
timings है. You need all the
We
rest
have
you can,
no
I
right
suppose.
to even imagine such an existence.
काश हम सबके भी sleep timings ऐसे हो.
Maybe those hero stories he liked foreshadowed everything that was to come.
It's okay. Don't waste any more of your sleep. You should go sleep now. Make valuable use of this free time that you have.
We were all just acting along with the play in the beginning. But as we acted the parts and recited the lines, we were drawn in.
Bye, Krish. Thank you again for joining.
We want to see the story through to the end. I'm sorry, Dia. I know you always found us insufferable ever since you were young. Just think of this as a madman ranting.
I'll go with you.
Huh? Dia? You wanna go with them?
I grew up with these guys, and I know they're not bad people. It's just that some situations get so bad that it's difficult to tell good from evil. All I know is that Deshret's relics must be destroyed. Furthermore, I want to go see the place for myself. I want to know if my father is still there. I know you don't want to
I
get
might
involved
also.
in this.
भाई क्या scene है ये? What is this?
I can do this on my own.
This is I'm equally. I mean, today I am on a chutti, so I don't feel that much jealous. But
We'll be a lot stronger
this is
together
lucky,
with
man. Go sleep, go sleep. कल हो ना हो यार. कभी सोने को नहीं मिलता यार. Go sleep, enjoy this time.
Considering all the losses and injuries we sustained, we can't afford to turn down someone as powerful as you.
He can think whatever he wants. But the fact is, I owe him this much.
I am traveling, returning from the tribe we visited yesterday. It's an hour of journey. Ah, nice. Then you should sleep. Enjoy your long journey. वैसे भी like in moving vehicles, I think सोने में बड़ा मजा आता है. It's like you are in a cradle which is getting rocked on its own. You have a bed as well in the ambulance. Bye. Simple pleasures of life. Enjoy it. Something, I mean, something is good happening. Like, ambulance is such a scary thought, no? But hey, ऐसी चीज़ों के लिए काफ़ी interesting, काफ़ी nice.
This the entrance? We sure didn't run into much trouble on the way here.
Should be. I don't think they have enough manpower left to post guards and defend their perimeters.
I'll take care of it.
Wow. Paimon didn't expect it to look like this on the inside.
They should all be holed up in here. Don't know how many people they've got left, though.
Who cares? We'll round up all of them.
Still, we should be careful. Even if they've only got one shot left, it could still take us out.
Yeah, we'll know what they're really capable of once we've landed some hits on them. Deshret's relics may have been a force to be reckoned with before, but their name means nothing now.
Yeah, they don't stand a chance with you here. I'll take the lead. I've been here once before.
You are not welcome here.
Wind strike.
Shine down. Torn to oblivion.
New
One with nature. Fallen leaves, adorn my night. Buckle up. Hi. Illusion shattered.
Shower you with praise.
I'll wind strike. You asked for it.
We can do it.
Now you shall perish. There There is no escape! Let's have this first. Time to get a twin strike.
This way, follow me. We're almost there.
Wait! They went charging ahead without checking for any traps!
Hey, you guys okay?
It seems like we just got trapped in here. Don't think we triggered anything else.
Watch out, the enemy's coming from ahead.
Well, now that things have come to this, seems we'll have to fight our way through.
Don't worry about us. We knew something like this could happen. Go and take a look around. There could still be another way through. Let's go! We can't let the boss down!
Let's check if there's another way! The sooner we can make it through to help them, the better!
Let's see. I think I see a way through over there, but it's being blocked by something. Let's try our luck with that mechanism.
Okay, let's go!
Let's get it on! Ha! Illusion shattered!
Another mechanism like the one before, but this one's being blocked off in the middle.
We just need to adjust it a little.
my night! Wind strike!
Let's get it on!
I wasn't expecting anyone to make it through from the other side. But as a desert dweller, I suppose we should be used to our folks defying all expectations.
Don't waste your breath. You have nowhere to run.
Run? Had I wanted to run, I would have fled 1,000 times already. I witnessed the golden age of Deshret's relics. Even if I could leave this place behind, all that awaits me now are endless days of humiliation and ruin. Even now, my brothers and I still believe in one thing. The greatest should never live to remember their fall.
So you want to go out in a blaze of glory?
Let us draw our weapons! We will show them the true power King Deshret bestowed upon his followers. They are but two, while we hold within ourselves the entirety of the relic's glory. Wave 1, charge! Eliminate them!
Following orders.
Buckle up!
Clouds high. The birds call.
Illusion shattered! Shine down! Happy to oblige!
We're just getting started.
There is no escape!
Now you're testing my patience.
Time to shine!
We'll meet again. Adorn my night!
Shine down! Buckle up! For dead meat!
How? King Deshret will not abandon any one of his followers. Send. Your sacrifice is ready. The golden slumber.
The commander has finally fallen.
But they're still coming at us! This place is like a gladiator's ring. They just keep coming no matter how many we beat!
Yes, keep fighting! There's no need to fear, and no need to back down! This is our last stand!
When the next wave comes, try to draw away their attacks. I'm going to see if I can take out that high platform.
Get out of my way!
Come and face me, Michel! Ugh, so they've broken through the front as well.
Apologies, Lord Michal. They fight like absolute madmen! No matter how much we throw at them, they just keep coming for more!
So, it would seem like this is the end.
Time to pay for everything you've done, Michel.
You think I would give you that opportunity? I will be buried in the sand, alongside all the rest of our fading glory.
Hey, wait!
We were too late.
It's over. There's no more need to fight. But if you're still going to cling on to your so-called mercenary's pride, then I'll give you all a good beating as well.
Hey, dear! I found the mechanism. I'll get you all back up here right away.
Let's go.
Who are you filthy rats? And why are you always pestering us?
You call yourself a member of the infamous Deshret's relics, and you still can't even tell who's made it all the way to your headquarters?
Who knows what intent a bunch of rats may have? We try to catch a couple, and you all just show up on the other side instead. How are we supposed to figure out what you're after? Hey, have you ever heard of a man by the name of Kusela? Why would I know? It's not like I'm in charge or anything.
This is your last chance to talk.
Hey, I said I don't know anything. I'm just an average member here. If you're here to find someone, why don't you look through the records yourselves? Who can remember every name and face with so many people coming in and out every day?
The irony. His life became a light for so many, yet to others, it wasn't even worth remembering. Where's the records room? Answer me!
It's right over there. All the files are in there. You can go through them as much as you want. It's not like any of them still matter anyway.
I mean the old records room.
The old records room? You mean the one that got burned down? Kusela. Ah, yeah, I remember him now. The guy who could hardly walk. Watch your mouth. That's our boss you're talking about. He was definitely faking it. We all let our guard down as soon as we saw him come hobbling in. But in the short time it supposedly took him to take a dump, he'd already gotten away and started a fire in the records room. He couldn't have possibly outrun us if he wasn't a fraud. And after that, Deshret's relics fell into complete disarray.
Stop wasting our time. Every one of us here is perfectly aware of what he had done. Tell me, Where is the old records room?
It's just over there. Go see it for yourself if it means that much to you. There's nothing left in there but ashes. No human could ever survive that kind of inferno. Bashar, Tikriti, let's go. We'll leave the others here to guard these guys. Spare them no mercy if they try anything.
So, this was his final destination. How did he do it? Getting past all the guards with a limp and sneaking in here to start a fire? If he was nimble enough to do that, then he must have been able to get out of here after starting the fire, right?
Tia...
I'm sorry. I know it's just wishful thinking. Let's look around. Maybe we can find something that's been left behind.
Is this a cane? It must be the one that Dia's father used.
Kusela.
Thanks for everything, boss.
We're fortunate to somehow find that cane after that fire.
Let's split up and look around some more. What if something else has been left behind?
But what else could survive a fire like that?
Huh? Thought so.
Wait! Isn't that the toy sword you played with as a child?
The dragon is no more, for Princess Dia has slain it. Its head now hangs above the city gates. Her bravery has brought eternal peace and prosperity to us all. Dia, come on. This is the most important line.
You can do it.
Dia, you defeated the dragon. Everyone's waiting for your speech. Still too shy, huh? All right, I'll do it. I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more.
I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more, Dad. What's this?
Don't you remember? You asked Paimon what she would do if she were to wake up tomorrow with loads of money. And Paimon said that she would get boatloads of tasty snacks. You looked super confused at the time, but said it was an adorable thing to say. These opportunities don't come by often. So today, Paimon's gonna treat you to a special crash course on Paimon's life philosophy. Hey, come on! Paimon's not that stingy. Anyway, the point is that you should eat to your heart's content. You'll feel better for sure once you've gotten something in your tummy. Dunyarzad will also be here shortly. She's already heard that we're back.
Aw, thanks you two. Honestly, this is very unlike me. I just had a lot on my mind on our way back, so I didn't know what to say. My chest was filled with all kinds of intense emotions. They just shook me even more than all the feelings we've shared during our previous adventures. But when everything came to an end, those emotions also vanished without a trace, and I was left feeling more empty than ever before. It was as if I'd lost the thing that was most important to me. Yeah, you're right. To many mercenaries, Mora is the most important thing in the world. But perhaps to us, it's the most worthless thing of all. Idrisi and the others all used to say that they would quit if there was no Mora to be had. But when it came to avenging my father, there was no Mora to be made anywhere. My reality shattered when I found out that the father who always told me hero stories was in fact a bad guy. But look at me now. Am I any different? Despite all my promises about never forgiving him and never trying to understand him, I still went to such lengths to find out the truth and nearly even shed tears for his sake. We're hypocrites. All of us. Yeah, you're right. It's just a pity that we often only recognize our true feelings after it's already too late.
You're back! Are all of you all right?
Ah, there she is!
Yeah. Many people from the Corps of 30 came over, and I just wrapped up everything with my dad. All I can do now is wait for their verdict. Huh? Dia, you're looking quite down again.
Paimon will explain. A lot happened while we were gone.
I'm sorry. I really should have controlled my emotions better. I just...
It's all right, my lady. You were hurt by all of this as well. Truth be told, I'm starting to feel a little guilty watching you cry like this.
Dia, your pain must be even worse. You shouldn't need to comfort me.
Hey, don't worry about me. If anything, this whole thing has finally shown me the difference between illusion and reality. My father probably thought that people could settle into new lives as long as they moved to a new environment. That thought has even crossed my mind a few times. It's like saying, what's wrong with adapting to a new life? However, there was always something deep within my mind that refused to accept it. This impulse brought me great turmoil, and even made me feel ashamed for turning my back on your father's kindness. But now that I consider it again, it all makes sense. The desert sands are a part of who I am, and I will never be able to lead a peaceful existence.
I understand how you feel.
That doesn't mean I won't be making any changes to my life, though. As an example, I'm now thinking about taking on some small odd jobs. It's just like Idrisi said. I also want to catch up to my father and become a character in his play. Even if the ending of the story may be childish and ridiculous, it won't really matter.
Isn't that neat, though? Oh, you'll be a whole new kind of mercenary, one that's not out for Mora. Why don't we go for a change of scenery once we finish eating? What about stopping by the Grand Bazaar again?
Right. You said you wanted to get a rug for your family.
We'll come along too.
I can't thank you enough for taking care of me this entire time.
This rug here is quite something. The craftsmanship is exquisite, and the fabric is also of high quality.
Ah, here you are. Finally, I found you.
Hey! Aren't you that mercenary who bit his tongue? You can still talk? Wait, are you here to take revenge on us?
What are you talking about? Do I look like I could take you all to a fight? I just came here to give you something. I'll be on my way to give myself up to the Corps after this. Once I woke up, I hurried to the Khan al-Ahmar's camp, hoping to alert them to your presence. But when I got there, I found no one except the members who were still too injured to move.
Ah, so you probably got there after us.
Yeah, they told me that they had exacted their revenge, and everyone had turned themselves in to the authorities. Even that last camp was not going to last for much longer. I had joined the cause to repay an old favor from Kusela. Now that everyone's already turned themselves in, I might as well do the same. One of the injured members gave this box to me, and told me that it contained some of the old man's last possessions. Everything left in the camp will get confiscated, so I figured I should get this to you before the Corps could get their hands on it.
Thank you.
No worries. We are all just living our own truths. There's no need to comment or judge anyone for it.
So this box contains everything that Dia's father left behind. Huh. It feels lighter than expected.
Well, back in the day, the first thing he did with any Mora was spend it on things like drinks and meat. But let's see what's inside. What's this? It's just a bunch of junk. Ugh, it kinda stinks.
Perhaps it's just been left unopened for too long.
A handwritten copy of a storybook. The paper's already yellowed, and it looks like it's about to fall apart. It was against the Academia's rules to possess books for personal use. If he was going to break that rule, he could have at least copied something useful.
That probably means this was really important to him.
Ah, and here are a few bags of children's snacks. The packaging's completely deteriorated. Maybe that's where the smell was coming from.
Did he get those for you?
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Even when I was a child, I was never a fan of these kinds of snacks. He'd always say that he got them for me, but in the end, he always ate more than I ever did. Who even leaves snacks in a box like this anyway? Isn't that just common sense? Forget it. Let me see what else is in here. A razor, some buttons, some round iron tiles, a wooden toy puppet, a wool scarf, which from the looks of it probably belonged to a woman, and a hair clip? Why are these things here?
I'm suddenly feeling a little scared.
I'm sorry, my lady, but this is just the kind of man he was. He probably saw this box as some kind of personal trash heap and dumped any and everything in there. 2 empty liquor bottles. Tell me, you guys, are these the kinds of things that a normal person would leave behind?
Huh? There's something in the bottle!
Oh, you're right. All right, I got it out. It seems to be a piece of paper with some writing on it. The bottom part's all damaged from moisture, though. Let's hope the writing didn't smudge. I was suddenly seized with an urge to write a letter after finishing this bottle. I just folded it up and left it in the bottle, though. If I end up forgetting about it, it won't really matter. To Dia. It's a letter for me? It's all right. I'll just read it out. If he went to the trouble of writing a letter, there must have been some important things that he wanted to say. Or at least record down.
My condition's becoming worse and worse. Can't even walk without a cane anymore, much less go out and have fun. Guess I don't have many days left. If you're reading this letter, then I suppose I'm already long gone. You were adorable as a baby. Everyone loved you. And regardless of whether you were crying or laughing, everyone enjoyed having you in the group. But once you grew a bit older, you were no longer nearly as happy or cute. It's probably the guy's fault.
Can you believe this guy? He can point the finger at himself.
Anyway, back to the point. To summarize, I'm writing this so you would know not to feel sad for me, even if you end up finding out the truth. The reason being that I was never your father to begin with.
Wait, what?
Surely, he must be joking, right?
I don't know.
I was quite formidable when I was young. and 100 times cooler than some so-called flame main. Really felt like the whole world was under my feet. With just a teeny tiny bit of effort, I felt I could rule over the entire desert. But as fate would have it, I went out into the desert for a drink one day and discovered a baby in the sands. It was you. You were just lying there, small and helpless. You were so tiny that if the wind blew for just a little while longer, you would have been buried forever. But your cries were so loud they made my head hurt. Now that I think of it, you really were a bundle of energy.
Sounds like he's serious.
I told Idrisi and the others that I had slipped up with a woman while out and about. None of them even doubted me. I'm sorry that I had to lie to them for so long, but I really had no other choice. I was their most esteemed leader, after all. It's not like I could just tell them that I suddenly wanted to play at being a father. At this rate, I'll puke up all the liquor I just drank from this bottle. Anyway, Dia, you possess the kind of freedom and kindness that we could only dream of. As far as how you should live your life, that'll be up to you to decide.
That's the end of the letter. In the end, he was still thinking of me as a little child. I suppose, or I would have suffocated under the sand a long time ago.
He was a good father to you. The fact that he wasn't a blood relative doesn't change that.
Yeah. It's just a pity that we had to learn the truth of everything like this.
Do you already have some ideas about the decision that he wanted you to make?
I do. If he first found me alone in the sands, then I want to try my hand at finding the person who abandoned me. I just have one wish. To tell them a story. That there once existed a childish and foolish jerk with a heart of gold. And that only under his care was I able to grow and mature into the person I am today.
If you end up finding any leads, can you share them with us? We go on adventures all the time. Maybe we'll be able to find some information for you.
Sure, I appreciate it. I wasn't expecting you to be so enthusiastic.
I'll help too.
Thank you. All of you. Thank you so much. My life has certainly had its twists and turns, but I've always considered myself lucky, because no matter where I've gone, I've always been surrounded by incredible kindness.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Add Astro. Thank you for completing today.
Because of what I witnessed 500 years ago. Her demise and that thing. But if it were you, everyone would be safe. You would have saved the world. Just like I cherish the memories of everything in Inazuma. If you remember me, I'll live forever. or not you... If you ever have any questions...
happy to see you again. Can I do anything for you? I love the atmosphere here, as I'm sure you'd expect. The exterior is spacious and very pleasant, and the interior is exquisitely decorated. I do believe it's the finest estate I've ever seen. The only problem is, compared to Mondstadt, there's far too little here for a maid to do. It feels a little too relaxing.
Traveler, you're here! Anything interesting you want to talk about today? Sayu seems to have a lot on her mind. Paimon can't understand why she'd have so many worries. Paimon can't relate to that. After all, it's not Paimonly to worry too much. What? No! Oh, how could you break Paimon like that?
Following orders.
Strike a pose!
Where do you think you're going?
Shine down! Torn to oblivion!
Who says there aren't benefits to a life abroad?